Be back. It's Lock Watch in Nashville. We have a reporter there as he awaits his fate in the NFL draft.
It's alive here in downtown Columbia. I've been talking to fans who are on their edge of their seat.
And a special election is scheduled for Alderman and Holt Summit. Why residents have to head to the polls again.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News on Mid-Missouri CW starts now.
All eyes are on Nashville tonight as Mizzou's star quarterback waits to hear where he'll land at the NFL draft. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain.
I'm Eric Graves. Thanks for joining us. Let's send it out to KOMU 8 sports reporter Matthew Judy, who's been following the draft for us and joins us live in Nashville. Matthew, what's the atmosphere like?
Hey, good evening, guys, and welcome to the media tent here in Nashville. The rain has actually forced us inside, but from what we're seeing on TV, it looks like the party is still going outside. The rain hasn't dampened the fans' excitement. We are now into the first round, the 16th pick. There were a consensus 4 top quarterbacks. 3 of them are gone. 1 is left on the board. That is Drew Lock. He is yet to be picked. He has 70 family and friends here tonight, waiting to hear when his name will be called. There's a couple teams coming up who might be in the market for a quarterback. So come back at 10. We will have an update on where he goes, if he is gone yet. But again, 3 of the top 4 quarterbacks off the board, but the one still on there, Drew Lock. So for now, reporting live in Nashville, Matthew Judy, KOMU 8 Sports.
Okay, thanks, Matthew. And it's not just Lock's inner circle watching tonight. Tiger fans in Columbia have their eye on that draft board as well.
KOMU 8's Monica Harkins is live in downtown Columbia, where fans are getting excited for the selection. Monica, what are people talking about?
Eric, I've been at Harpo since the start of the draft, and fans are pretty excited about what we've got for NFL draft Drew Lock.
Yeah, I'm a big NFL fan, so, whatever team he goes to, that'll definitely be, hopefully he gets that starting spot.
It's been awesome. It's, really cool to watch him, follow him, and he's the same age as us, so that's, I don't know, it's exciting. It's exciting to watch him go on to his next step, just like we're going on to our next step, so it's cool.
It just means, Mizzou, we raised a lot of talent, obviously, Drew Lock really developed, throughout the 4 years at Mizzou, and I think he'll do great things in the NFL.
I also got to talk to one of Drew Lock's longest and hometown friends, fellow MU senior Ben Burnham. Ben told me he is most proud of Lock's dedication throughout his career.
His work ethic is incredible. We went to Texas Roadhouse one time, me, him, and one other friend back in Columbia, and he brought his playbook with him and was checking plays that he had to give to a coach. So even when he's doing other things, he's still working on football.
When I asked Burnham which team he hopes Drew will get picked for, he told me Miami Dolphins, but solely based on because it's the city of Miami and he'd love to visit Drew there. Live in Columbia, Monica Harkins, KOMU 8 News.
We did see a few showers move through this afternoon and evening. We're continuing to watch the system track more east as that front is continuing to move and drag that with it. We are going to see cloud cover break up overnight tonight, and that is going to allow for our temperatures to continue to drop. Over the last hour, we'll see here that temperatures dropped already about 10 degrees from what we saw earlier today around 6 p.m. We're looking at around 60 degrees currently. These are our temperatures are continuing to drop overnight. We're expecting temps to be around 50 degrees. With this, though, our winds are out of the north at around 17 miles per hour. That's helping those cool off and bring in that colder air. These winds are going to continue to speed up overnight and continuing into tomorrow, but we're expecting these to die down. We'll be tracking more coming up.
Okay, Lucy, thank you very much. Tonight we have an exclusive interview with the father of a little girl who reported a possible abduction attempt in Moberly. Their neighborhood is shaken up after the girl says someone driving a white van approached her at her bus stop yesterday. The incident happened at the corner of Burtley and Jefferson Streets. A police report says a man and a woman were inside the van and one of them asked her to get in the vehicle. The girl's father told KOMU 8 News about how she described the interaction.
The white van was waiting at her bus stop, and he asked her to come here, and the female asked her to come here, and my daughter didn't know the people, so she ran home like we told her to.
This bus stop sees multiple pickups and drop-offs each day. Neighbors want to have an adult at the stop every morning and afternoon going forward. The girl's father urges people to stay vigilant in their neighborhood and keep a watchful eye over their kids.
Tonight, Holt Summit voted to hold a special election as a tiebreaker for an alderman position, which is usually decided by a coin flip. KLMU8's Monica Madden joins us in the studio to explain what the real issue at hand is.
The vote count for Holt Summit Ward 2 alderman was split 35-35. People I talked to said the debate of leaving an election up to chance doesn't seem democratic and wouldn't be a question if more people showed up to the polls. In smaller towns, getting people to show up and vote isn't always easy.
A lot of people dismiss municipal elections and they don't value them as much as they should.
For some, the tie for Ward 2 alderman in Holt Summit comes down to not enough voter turnout. Only 70 people showed up. The go-to solution is a coin flip, but candidate Lisa Burr didn't think that was fair.
Our democracy should not rely on a game of chance. I'm happy that there's going to be a special election, and I'm excited for the outcome.
Tonight, the city voted to have a special election to settle the issue, which won't happen until June 18th. Plenty showed up to voice their opinion, which seems to be common in smaller towns.
It's almost like a family, you know, so it's a smaller area. And also the issues are so personal, and this is your home. So the issues can be very, very personal, and feelings pretty intense because it's your home, and you want your home to be a certain way, and you have ideas.
Leaving constituents waiting for representation and giving them another chance to head to the polls.
I love Holt Summit. I love this community, and I feel like what's happening right now is dividing our community.
The special election, which will cost Holt Summit another $1,500, will take place on June 18th. The city administrator said this is because their usual polling place is under construction. In the studio, Monica Madden, KMU8 News.
Tonight, a union and its supporters held a $15 for MU rally. We showed you the rally live at 5 o'clock. The laborers Local 773 rallied for a minimum wage of $15 for maintenance university employees. Last November, Missourians voted for a minimum wage increase to $12. Workers at MU, like campus dining and custodial services, still earn wages around $9.70 an hour. Union reps said although some may never work for the university, everyone in the area will be affected.
And what if you could charge your phone using a park bench? Why, that could soon be an option for Missourians.
And skip that 4-hour commute, why don't you? Could a trip from Kansas City to St. Louis in 30 minutes really be an option?
Temperatures are continuing to fall overnight. We'll be continuing to track the temperature trend and possibility for rain this weekend coming up.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County.
The Antiquarium is a collector's dream, the largest collection of new and back-issue comic books in mid-Missouri. Add to your collection or start one with the Antiquarium amazing action figures, dice, chess sets, and much more. The Antiquarium in Jefferson City.
Sometimes the best memories require getting a little messy. And frankly, that's where the fun begins. At Slumberland, we've got the styles for all your memories with our low price guarantee. Plus, right now, during our spring savings sale, get up to 65% off throughout the store on your favorite things. Get a little messy and always go for the memories. Slumberland, it's a good life.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy.
I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy.
I switched from a Ram to a Chevy.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
We love our Chevy. Why do we switch? Just look at it.
Switch into a new Chevy today. Current competitive owners get 20% below MSRP on most Equinox models when financing with GM Financial. That's over $8,000 on this Equinox.
University Concert Series is proud to welcome the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, who have been aptly described as a ragtag collection of hippies, bohemians, and musicians of no fixed ambition. They've always been indefinable in terms of music genres, producing sounds of country, rock, and electric bluegrass, all on the same record. Opening the show is Big Smith, hailing from Springfield, Missouri. Tickets are available at universityconcertseries.org. University Concert Series, presented by KOMU8 and these fine sponsors.
Experience super hearing with Magic Ear. You'll be able to hear a pin drop from 100 feet away and watch TV without bothering anybody. It's so discreet, no one will know you're listening.
He's cute.
You'll be able to hear a whisper from the other side of the room.
Have you seen Dawn? She looks amazing.
It's perfect for the back seat of the car and for sportsmen and bird watchers. Get yours today.
The Antiquarium is a collector's dream, the largest collection of new and back issue comic books in mid-Missouri. Add to your collection or start one with the Antiquarium amazing action figures, dice, chess sets, and much more. The Antiquarium in Jefferson City.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back. Does your cell phone battery need a charge? I know mine does. Yes. In Jefferson City, new park benches could give you a boost. KMU8's Stephanie LaChance shows us how these benches work.
The sun supplies the power to these benches to give your phone some extra juice. All you need to do is supply your own USB cable.
I like it because it has supportable USB.
David Rankins was walking past the Lynn Center when he decided his phone needed a charge. So he plugged into one of the new solar-powered benches.
You plug your USB cord into the port and your phone starts charging. Otherwise, you can use the wireless charging cable as well.
Jefferson City Parks, Forestry, and Recreation spent around $25,000 on 5 of them.
Parks is funded by a half-cent sales tax, as well as program fees, and also from the city's general fund.
Rankin says it's a convenient add-on other than a spot to sit on.
And it has Wi-Fi charging, and it also shows current and future events that's coming.
Department spokesperson Amy Schrader's job is to sell the idea. Personally, she's looking forward to using them when she's watching her kids.
So I'm excited to take them to the playground and be able to use the smart bench, because my phone is notoriously on zero battery because my kids like playing on it.
The department plans on installing 3 more benches in parks throughout the city. In the studio, Stephanie LaChance, KMU8 News.
We'll show you how some Vietnam veterans were honored 50 years after returning from war.
We saw a few sprinkle showers this afternoon. We're going to continue to see that system track more east as we move into the weekend. We are tracking another round of storms coming up.
KOMU8 cares for your community. That's why we bring you the Crime Stoppers report each week, to protect your family and make mid-Missouri a safer place to live. We partner with Crime Stoppers to keep those who have committed criminal acts off our streets. If you know of a wanted criminal, call 573-875-TIPS. Crime Stoppers on KOMU8 is brought to you by Command Security and SEM, the name to trust in mid-Missouri.
If you are facing a divorce, your case can be personal and sensitive in nature.
The family law team at Carson & Coyle knows the importance of good communication, and we care about our clients.
Whether securing significant assets or protecting your children's best interests, our attorneys handle all aspects of family law.
Our expertise can help settle your case or take it to trial.
For over 50 years, we have built our reputation here in mid-Missouri with offices in Jefferson City and Columbia to better serve you. At Carson & Coyle, we are dedicated to protecting your legal rights.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by University Subaru. Download yours today.
Kuhn, the most trusted name in hay implements in North America. Built strong and made to last, Kuhn gets the job completed year after year. Reliability, dependability, and quality. That's what Kuhn brings to your fields. From hay mowers, rakes, tedders, to balers. See the complete line of Kuhn hay implements at Loft Equipment in Jefferson City on Highway 94 across from ABB. Kuhn. Invest in quality.
It can haul over 3,200 pounds. It can even tow more than any pickup in its class. And it practically parks itself. Now, after all that hard work, a nice night on the town seems in order, don't you think?
Now get an F-150 at up to 20% below MSRP. That's over $10,500 in total savings. Only at your quality Ford dealers.
Good evening and welcome back. We're looking at Jeff City this morning. We really see that fog that was building in. That did break up as we moved throughout the day. We see a little bit of sunshine this afternoon before we saw these showers move through, which are continuing to move out of the area as we move overnight. Temperatures are currently sitting around 58 degrees and they're continuing to drop as that was a cold front that moved through earlier. We are continuing to see these drop overnight as our cloud cover is continuing to break up into tomorrow. Winds are currently at 17 miles per hour out of the north, and that is sustained, and that is helping, again, those clouds break up and our temperatures continuing to drop overnight. Currently, if we look at satellite and radar, we see that system that's tracking more east. If we zoom in closer here, we can see that cloud cover really moving with that, tracking more east overnight, tonight and into tomorrow. Waking up tomorrow morning, though, we are expecting to see clear skies as we have those clouds breaking up overnight. For majority of your Friday, we're continuing to see that cloud cover staying out of the area until late Friday night into Saturday morning. Saturday mornings when we expect to see that first band of rain really move through the area. Early morning Saturday, though, as we move throughout Saturday, we continue to see that break up as we have a little bit of high pressure building in for Saturday evening. We're also expecting temperatures Saturday to be in the 70s, so Saturday evening is going to be a beautiful day before we have cloud cover build back in overnight and into Sunday when we see that next system moving in, which is going to be our rainmaker for this weekend. With this system, though, we are only seeing trace amounts of rain from that storm on Saturday. So that is not going to be a chance for flash flooding or anything of the like, just a few scattered showers throughout the day and continuing into the weekend. The main thing to think about this weekend, though, is this wind. For tomorrow morning, looking at 14 miles per hour out of the north. And that is going to continue to break up a little bit as we see that high pressure move through with those clouds clearing and our temperatures staying around 60 degrees. Saturday, though, you see our winds are now out of the south, which is going to bring in a little bit of that warmer air, but winds are about 20 miles per hour here in Columbia. That warmer air is going to continue to move in as we have temperatures back into the 70s for Saturday. Saturday evening, a little bit later, we are seeing those winds pick up about 25 miles per hour, and they're now coming out of the west, which is a more zonal flow. As we move into Sunday, though, we continue to see those breaks down as that system moves out. We see that next system moving through Sunday evening, helping our winds pick back up just a little bit before we move into Monday. Tonight, though, temperatures are looking about 74 degrees overnight with those showers that we did see move through earlier. We're going to continue to see skies clear up as we move into the morning with our winds continuing out of the north at around 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, we're looking a little warmer at 66 degrees with that sunshine breaking through for the majority of the day. We're going to be a little bit breezy, but overall a very seasonal day for tomorrow. Over the next couple of days, we do have those rain chances on Saturday morning, with temperatures well up into the 74 degrees. Before we move into next week, when we see that next round of systems that's really going to hang out for the majority of the week, temperatures are going to stay around 60 degrees there before Tuesday is a little bit cooler, but we are going to see temperatures warm up into your Friday and next weekend.
Okay, thanks, Lucy. A plan to bring the Hyperloop to Missouri is picking up steam. The CEO of Hyperloop visited Kansas City today, his first visit to a potential route site. The Missouri route, if approved, would mostly use the right-of-way along I-70. It'd be a straight shot from Kansas City to St. Louis with a stop at Columbia. CEO says Missouri is a great place to get the project done.
50 years after returning from the Vietnam War, hundreds of veterans gathered at the Capitol to be honored today. The vets received pins from state lawmakers as a thank you for their service. They also had the chance to hear from Governor Mike Parson, who had a special moment with one of the men. Parson awarded the man with a special proclamation after surviving a helicopter crash.
You just feel humbled. You feel, like I say, a camaraderie with all of those out there. And I'm very proud to represent all those out there. I hope that I do it well.
Veterans weren't the only ones honored at the ceremony. Governor Parson made sure to acknowledge their families, saying they're just as important.
For more than 5 years, Missouri has not had a major film produced in the state, and with no state tax incentives, Hollywood found new scenes. Missouri legislators are pushing to bring back movie production by creating new incentives. The new tax incentive bill gives a 20% credit for in-state expenses and 10% credit for out-of-state expenses, and a bonus if half of the film is done in Missouri. This started when shows like Ozark and Sharp Objects, which are set in Missouri, filmed in other states like Georgia. One Missouri Motion Media Association board member said he's been battling the lack of opportunities.
When Gone Girl was shooting down in Cape Girardeau, and I actually got to audition to be Ben Affleck's stunt double. I didn't get the part, unfortunately, but that was the last big production that I've ever had an opportunity to audition for here in the state of Missouri, so it's been pretty quiet for the last 6 years.
If approved, the incentives would only be in place for 6 years.
Former Missouri quarterback Drew Lock is in Nashville for the 2019 NFL Draft, and so are we. Live coverage from Nashville coming up next on KMU8 Sports.
A.W. Smith specializes in helping Mid-Missourians who've suffered serious injury or death, especially those who've been injured or killed by distracted drivers. Distracted drivers are now the leading cause of serious injuries on the nation's highways. By focusing solely on one area of law, A.W. Smith gets unmatched results. He's obtained some of the largest verdicts in the state to prove it. Hire a law firm with horsepower. A.W. Smith Law, protecting Mid-Missouri one case at a time.
Low on cash and credit? Turn down for a car loan? Get to JD Byrider for easy approval, affordable payments, and you can spin the wheel to see how much you save. $100, $200, maybe as much as $500. And every vehicle's road ready now and backed by a 3-year, 36,000-mile, zero-deductible limited warranty. Start your approval process online at gojdb.com. Give us some preliminary info, and we'll set your appointment and be ready for you. Then spin to win when you get here and take your new ride out for a spin.
You know what insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Hi, I'm Doug with All Weather. The service industry's this way. No matter who you call, they always have a long list of repairs that exceed the cost of a new system. Imagine that. Next time you have heating, cooling, or plumbing issues, call All Weather. We're there to fix your problem expertly, on time, on budget, with upfront pricing. Quit going insane and call All Weather. We fix stuff. No surprises here.
Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU8 Sports.
Hello, everyone. Tonight is the night of the NFL Draft. The first round tonight, Drew Lock, the former Missouri quarterback, still waiting to hear his name called. They're on the 19th pick. Tennessee is up. But then next comes Denver at number 20. The Broncos traded down. All along, it's been thought Denver has been hot on Lock, and they would be thrilled if, in fact, they take him at number 20 after trading down 10 spots in a deal with the Steelers and adding a couple of extra picks. Drew Lock, one of the top 4 quarterbacks thought to be in this NFL draft. The other 3 have all been taken so far in the first round. So we'll see if, in fact, Lock ends up with a team like Denver. And wouldn't that be something? He'd play for the Broncos and go against his longtime favorite team, the Chiefs, who he grew up rooting for in Kansas City.
You know, it's known that, I was a Kansas City kid, Missouri kid growing up. Came to Missouri, and now there's no opportunity for me to pick where I would go, so I got to come in and be the bad guy, I guess, nowadays. But
so there have been 20 Tigers taken in the first round of the NFL draft over the years. 2 quarterbacks, Steve Pizarkowicz by St. Louis with the 19th pick in 1977, and Blaine Gabbert by Jacksonville with the 10th pick in 2011. Gabbert, at that number 10 slot, still remains the highest drafted Mizzou quarterback in history. Tonight, Lock's still expected to be taken in the first round. They're on pick number 19, as I mentioned, so still 13 picks to go. And again, he grew up a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, but with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, he knows he will be elsewhere, and it will be interesting to see if he ends up with those Denver Broncos, who are choosing in just a few minutes. All right, let's move along now and get to some hockey, because the St. Louis Blues are in the playoffs, and they are underway in their series in round number 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, hosting the Dallas Stars. And right now, the score is 1-0 Blues as they get set for the second period. The Blues have a goal from Robbie Fabry. 1-0 they lead. They lost 3 of 4 games to the Stars in the regular season. But, of course, they had lost 3 of 4 in the regular season to Winnipeg and eliminated the Jets before advancing to this round to take on the Dallas Stars. So we'll have highlights of the Blues and the Stars for you coming up at 10. Right now, it's 1-0 St. Louis as they get set for the start of the second period of the Enterprise Center. That's sports.
Okay, thanks, Chris. There's a couple of new members to this furry family.
We'll tell you how they're warming up to their new mom.
But first, how about a live look over mid-Missouri? That's downtown Columbia. Your time is 9:25. This is KOMU8 News at 9 o'clock. We'll be right back.
Sometimes the best memories require getting a little messy. And frankly, that's where the fun begins. At Slumberland, we've got the styles for all your memories with our low price guarantee. Plus, right now, during our spring savings sale, get up to 65% off throughout the store on your favorite things. Get a little messy and always go for the memories. Slumberland. It's a good life.
University Concert Series is proud to welcome the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, who have been aptly described as a ragtag collection of hippies, bohemians, and musicians of no fixed ambition. They've always been indefinable in terms of music genres, producing sounds of country, rock, and electric bluegrass, all on the same record. Opening the show is Big Smith, hailing from Springfield, Missouri. Tickets are available at universityconcertseries.org. University Concert Series, presented by KOMU8 and these fine sponsors.
Here's a look at what we're following for KOMU8 News at 10 o'clock. A targeted investigation digs into nearly 20 registered sex offenders living near a Columbia daycare center.
We measured how far they need to be from schools and how far they actually are. See you at 10.
Tomorrow we're looking at temperatures around 66 degrees, a little bit chillier than what we've been seeing lately, but we're going to continue to see that warm up into the weekend. Tomorrow, though, looking like a lot of sunshine for the majority of the day. We do have a bit of cloud cover building in overnight, which is going to lead us into those systems that we are going to see move through Saturday morning, bringing us a little bit of rain for your Saturday before we clear back up into the rest of the weekend.
Well, take a look at this adorable video. If you look closely, one of those doesn't belong. One of those is a squirrel cuddled up there with mama cat. It's an adorable video. The cat lives at a zoo, and it was recently given 4 baby squirrels to take care of. The zookeeper says it took the squirrels a bit to get used to their new mom, but now they are one happy family. Huh.
Well, there you go. That's a nice story.
Okay. So, hey, we're really down to crunch time. Eric has got it up on his phone.
The draft
here.
is on my phone right now, folks.
Keeping an eye on things. So we're up to
Denver now,
20.
number 20. Yeah, now all along, we've talked a lot. Yeah. Eric and I have that I thought it would be Denver. Now, you never know for sure. Well, Denver trades down 10 slots
with Pittsburgh. Yep.
With Pittsburgh, they get a couple extra picks, and now they could still get Drew Lock if, in fact, they've wanted him all along. This will tell us right here in the next 5 minutes if they pick him. If they don't pick him, you know what? It was a smoke screen. But if they pick him. They got to feel like they've King of the Hill because they get their guy and a couple extra picks. But we'll know at 10 for sure.
Any minute now. Okay.
See you then.
We'll see you then.
On air,